Magnesium sulfate, sodium bicarbonate, and borax powder. Hot bath soak. Okay, let's get going on this. This is a very important, as all the therapies are important, to learn and practice. Remember, you could use this therapy that I'm going to show you on sniffles, colds, stiffness, aches in your body, back problems, shoulder problems, or just about anything that has to do with your body having a lot of stress to it. So we're going to add 3 compounds, special compounds, and we're going to put a few cups of each at maximum dose in the bathtub, because I'm in my bathroom right now and I've got a few of the products that you can use over the counter. And the first one I'm showing you right here, okay, is sodium bicarbonate. And we'll go over the recipe in a little bit, but let me just tell you about this. Remember, we're going to make this bath really alkaline, because you can do a lot of things while you're in this bath. You're going to learn how to take out all the stress in your body, number one, okay, because that's number one killer, is just stress by itself. And then number 2, you're going to go ahead and actually, once you've been in the tub for about 10 or 15 minutes, and some of the magnesium, okay, and borax, and sodium bicarbonate starting to relax your muscles, starting to make you feel relaxed in the hot water. We're also going to go ahead and show you 2 more parts. The second part will be showing you how to actually do this therapy in a 3 to 4 person hot tub, my hot tub. I don't use any chemicals. I don't use any pool chemicals at all. And of course, you got to have clean water to be able to do the therapy I'm going to show you in the tub. And the therapy, of course, if you're using water and you're soaking yourself in it, if it's got fluoride, chlorine, or chloramines, well, then you've got to clean that out. There's a description that I wrote for this course, and it's going to teach you a lot of different pieces, so make sure you read this, okay? It takes a lot of time for me to do the descriptions, and because a lot of times I'm doing the videos, I can't really explain everything I want to explain, because otherwise it'll take too long. So I want to try to put it in form too, so you can follow a little bit better. So borax is the number 2 ingredient. Okay, remember, these are alkalizing agents. Borax is about a 9.5 pH, and borax is one of the things that you can use in your laundry, like it says right here. Look, okay, laundry booster. Okay, it says you can use it for cleaning in the kitchen and the bathroom. Okay, you can use this stuff for everything. You can use this also. We just did a natural pesticide video, and I used the borax for several of the recipes to be able to kill insects, rats, mice, a lot of different things. Okay, so I got this at Costco. I got the borax online. I'll show you where to get all this stuff. And the sodium bicarbonate you can get. This is a 13.5 pound bag, and we're going to use several cups of this in the tub. And I also use this in my hot tub, and I'll show you on part 2 how to use this in the hot tub. And part 3, I'm going to go in the hot tub and show you how I use it a little bit. So sodium bicarbonate is very special. Again, I use this in my laundry. Borax and sodium bicarbonate. Now, the third ingredient, which is, as you can see, magnesium sulfate. Otherwise, these are called Epsom salts. And Epsom salts look like, they're just like little crystals. If you can see these here, like this. But there are little crystals in here, and these melt in the water, and of course most people are magnesium deficient. So this is going to go ahead and help not only your body gain some magnesium, but the magnesium relaxes the muscles. So this is really important for a lot of people that have a lot of stress. Remember, you get stressed and you get sick. That's the way it is. And you can get stressed a variety of different ways, from just having electrical Wi-Fi in your house. I've got my blue light glasses on right now because I've got these lights and they're just killing me, these LED lights. So you have to protect your eyes also. Remember, there is an assault just about on every corner that you turn. So these 3 compounds are magical when you use them together. You can just use Epsom salts by itself. You've heard of that before. Hardly anybody uses baking soda by itself, but baking soda, remember, and the borax alkalize this solution way, way up. So we'll go over the recipe in a little bit on that. Now, once you're in the tub, you can take some fossil shell flour, because remember, after about 15 minutes or so, you've totally relaxed. And I go through some breathing procedures on different ways to be able to actually lay in the tub and relax yourself while your body absorbs all this beautiful stuff in your muscles. Your skin will go ahead and be very, very soft when you get out of the tub. Okay, put it on your face. Remember, this is a therapy for your whole body. A lot of people will do this when they have prostatitis or you have any other type of, it's called a sitz bath. But this bathtub therapy, you can do 3 to 4 times a week, just as a maintenance therapy, because maybe you had a hard day at work, you want to come home, you want to relax, and you want to sleep really, really good. Because this helps with sleeping too, because the magnesium goes in your system and it's sort of like a sedative. And again, most people are magnesium deficient. But the fossil shell flour that you can use, you can put fossil shell flour, which of course is also called diatomaceous earth, and you can put this in the bathtub, okay, in your hands, and you can rub this on your skin and you can give yourself a face sort of sanding like this with the fossil shell flour. But that's another whole other piece. You just basically use the fossil shell flour, you put a little bit in your hand, you make a little bit of paste, get your face wet, and you slowly rub the fossil shell flour in, and it gives you, just like using salt and oil would do, it'll surface take off the dead skin on your surface of your pores. And later on, we're going to go ahead and show you how to also add some 6% hydrogen peroxide, because we can increase the oxygen. Remember, this is a therapy, mineral bath. You're not just going in a bathtub. And again, you have to have clean water, because what's in city water? What's in city water? City water has fluoride in most places, right? Okay. It has chlorine or chloramine or bromine. These are things that basically, the bromine goes in, makes you so you can't absorb iodine. The chlorine, chloramines, fluoride goes in your pineal gland, makes your bones brittle and all the other pieces. You don't want that stuff absorbing in your body. You take a shower, right? What happens? You're absorbing, okay? Not even from it touching your skin so much. It is, but you're breathing in all the vapors. Remember, the steam coming up. So there's ways in the description that I show you how to go ahead and actually clean your whole house water. Reducing the fluoride, getting rid of the chloramines, very easily to do that. Okay, and or chlorine, because these are super toxic when your body absorbs this stuff. You can take some chlorinated water and test it with chlorine drops, right? And you'll see, hey, it's got chlorine in there. Then you can take that regular water, tap water that's got chlorine in it, put it in your mouth, swish it around for just 30 seconds, spit it out in a glass, put the activator in there to see if it's got chlorine, and there'll be no chlorine because it went right in your body. So you could imagine when you go into a bathtub how much poison you're gonna absorb. So the last thing you want to do is use dirty water. Now, when you do use the sodium bicarbonate, okay, and you do use the borax and stuff, it does have a reaction to that. So basically what you're doing is you're offsetting all of this stuff. But anyways, you want to try to get clean water if you can. So you can also use in the tub, okay, these are bath clays, okay? This is for detoxification. It's just that, this stuff's like $50 for, some living clay, basically. This is a company that I got this from probably about 15 years ago. So you can use this for detoxification. You can put in a couple cups of this in a bathtub and you got to sit in there for a couple hours, right? So you can also, and we're going to go over some things. Remember, this bathtub is also really good, is what I'm showing you, also to be able to help your skin with lesions, skin fungus. A lot of people have Morgellons, a lot of things popping out of their skin, right? Okay, you can use this bath for a lot of relief from a lot of the different problems that people have, itching and crawling under their skin. This is apple cider vinegar. Okay, I wouldn't really use the acetic acid, which is white vinegar, in there. I would use, this is sort of expensive, you can buy it by the gallon for about $20 though. This is the Bragg vinegar. And you can use this, maybe same thing, maybe a quart or so in some water, and you soak in the water. And this softens up a lot of leathery skin. It softens up a lot of, takes a lot of detoxification out of the skin and everything. So now let's go over the recipe. Okay, remember, important to go ahead and have clean water. So I'm in Hawaii here. It's very easy for me because I catch the rain, and I do have a filter system that I put onto the house. It's called a whole house water system. So we custom make these on Earth Academy too, and they're very inexpensive. Again, we give you the $100 discount. Use it towards that. And these are specially made, bisphenol A free. Make them custom. One with a sediment filter, one with an activated charcoal filter, right? To go ahead and take out a lot of different poisons, different things in the water, and also a fluoride filter. So these 3 filters basically will give you a lot cleaner water. It's not going to take it all out, but it's going to take probably 95% of that garbage out of your water. So that's why it's important to also remember, when you're going to drink water, it's distilled water, because it's the only clean water you're going to get. So what we'd go ahead and do is I'd fill this bathtub up with as hot of water as I can stand. Remember, when your skin starts to get hot, what do? Okay, you start to sweat, right? The pores start to open up, and if the pores open up, that means whatever else wants to go in there can too. So it's a diffusion going back and forth. So I'm going to use pretty much equal amounts of the 3 different substances. We're going to use 1 to 2 cups of Epsom salts, and I'm going to fill my bathtub. I got a huge bathtub, so I don't even use my bathtub to use this for, but I have a hot tub, and like I said, I'll show you how to use that. I use that probably 6 days a week. It's one of the best things that I can look forward at the end of the day. I take Hodo over there, put him on his perch, give him a little food, and I go in this water, and it is so beautiful. Anyways. And I stretch for about 35, 40 minutes or so once I'm in there, because my body's super soft. Remember, that's what you're going to do when you're in this tub too. 15 minutes of relaxation or so. And then you're going to maybe stretch. You're going to use some of the tools that we show you how to take off maybe the calluses on your feet. Remember, your feet and everything hands are going to be soft. They're going to be in the water. So you got to spend another 30 minutes in there at least. So you might as well go ahead and spend it doing something. You can also go ahead and get these scratch mitts, show you how a lot on Earth Academy, okay, how to do all these different protocols, and put these 2 different mitts on. These are specialized, these are Korean mitts. There's all different types of grits and stuff, but this is the very fine one, and you put it on your skin, and you're rubbing, because you're in the water, and you don't do any type of sanding or doing any type of skin therapy or anything until you've been in there at least 15 minutes. Stretching or so, because the magnesium takes like 10 to 15 minutes to get in you. When you're in there also, you can use the gua sha spoon. You can start to go ahead and you know, you got water on your skin's soft, and you can start breaking up all the hard tissue. Learn the gouaching protocols, okay? You can do this on every part of your body, the gouaching protocols. So I try to, you know, once I'm in the tub, I use, and this is just a porcelain soup spoon. Okay, I got it on Amazon. It's like $2.50. I get like 10 of them, because if you drop one, they break. They're ceramic. And then what I do is I use the gouaching protocols. Okay, once my skin is soft, and this is how you wind up keeping your body supple, making sure all your muscles stay soft. The magnesium in the water, remember, it's going to go into your body. It's going to soften your muscles up. This doesn't hurt me a bit. And if I did just this to the average person, you'd wind up getting, every time I do this, you wind up getting black and blue marks. So learning the gouaching protocols and making your tissues, so remember, you can do this anywhere on your body. On the side, under your armpits, okay? You're smashing all the lymph once they're soft. We do this in the sauna too, okay? And this is how you wind up getting a lot of the hardcore tissue, okay, that's not you. Remember, it's on top of your muscle. This is all toxicity. This is how you break it up. So anyways, watch the other videos on that so you can watch how I've done, I don't know, hundreds of people in the sauna, but they're just basically, every time I'm in there, we're using different tools sometimes, and of course I got a younger person, older person, person overweight, and there's all different tissue types. So if you want to be a teacher, you want to go ahead and try to practice on people. But first thing, you practice on yourself. So basically what we're going to do is, for these 3 compounds, use 1 to 2 cups of each in the tub. Fill the tub up about 100 gallons. Try to go ahead and get it halfway. And when you sink into the tub, move of course, remember, you want as hot as you can. Make sure everything is dissolved in there. And when you sink into the tub, you want to put the water all the way up to your neck, because you want to get the hot water through here. Put the water on your face. Dunk your head under the water. Doesn't matter if it gets in your hair. It's not going to go ahead and take out the dye of your hair. At least I don't dye my hair, so I don't know. Maybe it will. But you go ahead and put it up to your neck, the water like this, and you sink in there. I'll show you in the jacuzzi when we do that, or the hot tub. So you start out, remember, not with the 2 cups, because remember, you're going to alkalize the water. Your body, remember, is the sweat that comes out is about a 5.5 pH. Your pores, if they don't sweat, this therapy will help you so you will start to sweat and get out some of the poison out of your body. Remember, if you don't sweat, that's not good. You need to sweat. Okay, sweating is how we detoxify ourselves. And if you don't sweat, I go into the sauna and I swear you, like 5 minutes, I'm drenched sweating. And I go in the sauna with some people that come up to the retreat here, they don't even, one drop in 30 minutes. That means you're plugged. And females are plugged way more than the guys. So if you got thick tissue everywhere, guys, or gals, okay, you got to break all that tissue up and make it so it can perspire. Make it so the stuff, because remember, body fat, once it's stuck, okay, it's just solid. It shields you from the sun. Okay, you can't get any sun when you have body fat. Look, I have these veins in my arms, right? So when the sun hits my veins, what does it do? It's sanitizing me. It's giving me UV light. But if I had body fat this thick on there, or just even a ½ inch thick, you can't see the veins. So the sun cannot sanitize me. So the sun is super important too. Remember, when you get the flu, it's because you did it to yourself. You got too many assaults going. And this video is hooked to what do I do when I get the flu. And this is one of the therapies that you can do. I'm going to show you about 7, 8, 9 therapies. So we go ahead and put in the 1 or 2 cups. And like I said, you start out with 1 cup at first and you can work your way up. So here's 1 cup right here. You'd put 1 cup this size. Okay, that's quite a bit of material. But you're going to put it in 100 gallons of water, right? And you want it as hot as you can. If you do feel dizzy, slightly dizzy, or any negative effects at all, then slowly get out of the tub. Okay, you may even want to go into the cold shower just to cool yourself down, because some people can't handle heat. Okay, so, you know, again, this is one of the best things that I can share with people on how to soften up your musculature. You got low back problems, you got tension, you got skin fungus, you've got just leathery looking skin. What do? You soak. Because this is one of the cheapest therapies you can do. Now, once you've been into the tub, you've been in for 15 minutes up to your neck. Try to put water, you know, the solution on your face and stuff like that. Try to, you know, if you want to, once you're at 10, 15 minutes, then start to use the tools, okay? If you don't want to stretch. If not, you're in the tub, right, and you're stretching. Whatever way you want to stretch. Pulling your knee to your chest, you're pulling your shoulder behind your head, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Okay, you're massaging yourself, you're in there, right? Remember, you got it 40 minutes, you got to spend some time. You can't just sit there like that. So what I do too is once I'm in there, I start doing massage, okay, on my tissues, and I'm really pushing into the tissues like this. And this is self-massage, self-service, right? you get used to self-service. What's that? You go up to the gas station, right? And they used to fill your car, and they'd give you a set of steak knives, right? Or give you a Taco Bell glass or something like that in the old days when you filled up. Gave you a free car wash. Okay, well now it's self-service, isn't it? And you get used to it. I like pumping my own gas anyways, right? So you do massage like this and you just spend the time. And remember, you can just use your fingertips and just, if you don't have any of the gua sha tools, just start massaging all the tissues. You can do your jaws, feet, toes, okay? Every part of your body can go ahead and get massaged. You know, some men have prostate problems too. Once you're in there for 10, 15 minutes, you can start doing some massage and see if you can purge some of the tissues there. A lot of females have a swollen lymph. Once you've got that, remember, you're up to your neck under here, everything's submerged, everything that's in those compounds is going in your body. And then start going under your armpit here and putting your fingers in there and feeling for lumps and bumps. And if you do, search and destroy. Just push them out, break them out. Soften them up before you start working on them though. You can't go ahead and actually break a lot of stuff up until you either go in the sauna, get hot, take a hot shower, go lay nude out for 45 minutes until you start to sweat, get in front of a fireplace, right? And you just slow roast. You just turn around next as close as you can get to the fireplace. You just keep turning around like this and just keep going and going like chicken on a rotisserie. And the waves from the fireplace will soften you up. That's one of the better ways, again, is to be able to use, you know, heat that way, soften the tissues up. Now, I think that's pretty good for what I wanted to show you. Okay, remember, once you get into the tub, okay, you massage, you can, you know, while everything's soft, sand off, calluses. Feel calluses in there, sand them off, right? All you do is put it under water. These are all waterproof. Again, they're all on Earther Academy shop, recommended products, Amazon. Your feet shouldn't have any callus at all. If you do, watch the foot of, what was it called? Hand and foot soak. Very important to learn that. Now, hydrogen peroxide. This is really good. This is a 6% hydrogen peroxide. You can buy 3%, but it's not that strong. You can buy 12% and use half as much. Remember, if I want to dilute this down 6% down to 3%, what do? Remember, you just take out an ounce of 6% hydrogen peroxide, food grade only, and then you take 1 ounce of distilled water, mix the two together, and you get 3%. If you had 3% solution, right, and you wanted to go ahead and gargle maybe or do something with a solution less than 3%, then what do? You take the 3% and you dilute it down 50%, and it cuts it in half. So it'd be 1.5%. So I'm going to put about 6 ounces of 6% hydrogen peroxide in my tub. Now, you don't have to flush the water out. Remember, that water is expensive water right now. You put all these minerals in and everything. So if you have, once you get clean water, people can go ahead and you can buy a small filter, a fluoride filter, and you can run the hose in your house just to fill your bathtub up. So it's not going to be warm. So what do? You get a big pot, right? Take a couple of those things, put them on the stove, boil them, and then throw them in there. So you can use this water over and over again, probably for a month. Just add a little bit more, half a cup to a cup of material each time. You go put it in there for, the first 3 or 4 times until you get it up to a higher concentration, see if your body can handle it. And what happens is, again, you can use this as also a cold therapy, but it's not as effective. It's effective for the skin and everything, but you're not going to absorb the minerals, just because when your body's cold, it doesn't absorb that much. You still will absorb a little bit, but you won't absorb that much. Okay, we'll go ahead and do part 2 now. Part 2, I'm going to show you how I take a hot tub, my hot tub, and I bought at Costco, right? And I do not want to use chlorine. I'm not putting in there toxic chemicals, bromine, and all the ways that they, try to tell you how to make make your water so it's sanitized. Chlorine is a pesticide. The last thing I want to do is put a pesticide inside my body. The last thing I want to do. So, I think we're good. So let's do part 2. And again, I could use this therapy when I'm sick, when I feel like I'm sick. And like I said, I'm going to show you several other therapies, gargling therapies, using some of these same products. Same thing. I don't care if it's hydrogen peroxide, I don't care if it's sodium bicarbonate. You can even use magnesium sulfate for gargles, small amounts. Okay, so these are all effective. What I do when I get the flu, well, I stop it dead in its tracks. Dead in its tracks. We showed you also how to do the lemon mushroom natural quinine tea. Wow. Quinine, what is it? That's what they use for malaria, right? So there are 2 ways that you can do it, and I'll show you in that video. It's very simple. One of the best things I've done is to put in some quinine in my system. I've got bit thousands of times by mosquitoes and chiggers and fleas and all these blood-sucking things that have plasmodium in my body. All these different types of parasites that are injected inside me. So this stuff, this type of therapy, I learned from the Amazons when I was over in the Amazon for 3 weeks. So I'm going to show you some of those recipes that actually really are effective, because I asked the shaman medicine man, I said, what do you guys do since you don't have any medications here? You don't really use drugs because you use the forest. What do you guys do when people get sick, when they get the cold? And they showed me different types of things that they use. So I'm going to show you also how to do chlorine dioxin. That's another special one. Okay? How to use oxygen therapies, okay, when not only you're sick, but when you want to clean your body. Okay? Now, remember, there's a lot of things that you can put in your treasure chest for health, wealth, and happiness. You just have to learn sometimes. Remember, it's all an experiment. Nobody's telling you what to do. But these are definitely therapies that I've learned that we've sort of tweaked around a little bit here and there and practiced them with thousands of patients in clinical practice. And like I said, I tweak it around a little bit here and there. So, okay guys, we'll see you on the next part 2. Aloha. Get out of the bathroom here and out of these lights. Whew. And if you are, again, using your computer, remember, there's an assault on our eyes. So these are just blue blocker glasses without any magnification. And I use these when, if I just lift these up, oh, those lights are terrible. And these are just LED lights. I don't like them. I got to get different lights. Okay, but take all the LEDs out of your house. Remember, the idea is to be able to cut down as many assaults as you can. As many as you can. Remember, exchange the assault for something that's less of an assault. Even the fluoride in your water, the electrical magnetics in your house. Watch those videos we put out just so you could go ahead and see how many cell towers do I have around my house. Cell tower locator, antenna search, just to see. Because remember, that's maybe one of the reasons why you do get the flu or get colds, is because your immune system is lacking. And your body does need to go ahead and get some density to it. I've gained like 27 pounds now on my new diet. 27 pounds. And I haven't got to, I haven't got that much body fat on me. Okay, so, I mean, I'm probably 50% stronger. And I did do a video, I'm going to go ahead and do one more part of it, 30, 60, 90, 180 day, and 1 year, okay, of me being on the animal products and fruit. And I only have fruit right before I work out. And I work out 4 days a week, that's it. And I incorporate stretching every day, a little bit here and there, and I do as much as I can to detox myself without demineralizing myself. Very important to learn. Okay, that's it. Can't stand these lights anymore. Aloha, we'll see you part 2.